Yeah, I noticed the feed went a little wacky there for a little bit. Hopefully it'll stay pretty consistent here throughout, but I keep looking outside and keep hearing thunder and everything else, so just hopefully
it is a live show.
Yeah, it's live, so hopefully we'll stay with you guys.
Yeah. If it does go off, guys, that'll just be the end of the show. We won't try to bring it back. We'll have Ed and Tom on another date, but hopefully we'll be all right. We got about another half an hour into our show to go, and we should be okay.
Actually, it's your question. How long have I been growing my hair? What kind of questions? What the hell? What kind of chat room is this?
It sounds like an episode of TomCigars.com. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, what the hell?
Walt had a question. It just went away, but I'm pretty sure I remember it. Ed, Walt wants to know, what's the craziest shoplifting story you have? I think I know, but
you don't know.
It just happened 2 months ago. And,
so what happened?
What happened? We got into a scuffle outside. I caught him with 3 cigars in his back pocket. So we got in a little scuffle out there, and I ended up punching him about 4 different times. He ended up catching me by luck with a bystander standing between us. He caught me from the top with 2 shots. Mm-hmm. But he ended up doing 30 days, and now he's finally out of jail. First they charged him with strong arm robbery, and then they dropped the charges to something else, and then they dropped the charges to a misdemeanor, and then he's out. But he did 30 days in the hand, so I hope you learn a lesson.
Don't mess with that.
That's it, period.
He's lucky he didn't get shot.
That was with a bad hand, but my hand is fine now. It's been operated on, and
lucky he didn't get shot.
Yeah.
You could have shot him and you could have got away with it.
Yeah, good.
So.
All right, Jersey J has a question.
For him in danger, but it still would have been
good.
Jersey J has a question for Ed. If you had to do it all over again, would you still open up a cigar shop?
Yes, I would. In a heartbeat. Absolutely. I met some of the best people of my life. They became some of the big friends, and we have a great crowd that comes in here, and it just lights up my day. As soon as I see my friends, it lights up my day. Yeah.
Now, would you change location or anything, or would you leave it the same place?
Nope, never. Same place. Yep. I love it. Yeah. Especially now, since we moved in since November to the new place. Awesome. We have a cigar shop, we have a cigar lounge, and we have a golf course in the back room.
Nice.
Coffee chain.
Unreal. Well, listen, we're definitely having some audio issues. I can hear it in my headset. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but before we go much farther, Tom, I really want to get into this now, without mentioning names, because we don't have people on here to give their side of the story. About a week ago, you ruffled some feathers on Twitter regarding the new IPCPR application for bloggers. Why don't you go into that a little bit and explain to the people who may not have heard it what the requirements, some of the requirements were, and what your feelings on that were, without mentioning names.
I should have had the form handy if I was prepared.
Right.
But the one that annoyed me was, it's like a $150 application fee.
Right.
To get a media membership, or some, they call it. So in other words, you have your tobacconist membership or retailer. Now they have a new membership for people like me.
Right.
And it's $150 to apply. And what kind of got on my nerves was they wanted your traffic stats for your site, but it says, well, we really don't use it to determine your eligibility, but you know what? I mean, why are you asking them? So stuff like that. And then what happens to my $150 if I don't qualify? Stuff like that. Now, I was told, well, it's, they're not going to keep your money.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, where does it say that on the application? I don't believe it.
Right.
That's money.
Right.
So it just seemed kind of rinky-dink and
Right.
Unprofessional. I don't know. It just seemed unprepared and half-cocked. It was an attempt to keep out the riffraff, the moochers in the cigar blog community or whatever you call it.
Right.
But those people qualify just like I do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a moot point.
Right.
So it boils down to we want $150. So I'll just say you want $150. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So I guess I ruffled some feathers and offended some people personally, which definitely wasn't the intent, but
Right.
it was like one guy would say something and everybody was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying too all of a sudden.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like suddenly it was like a Democratic convention, or I don't know, it just was like flip-flopping and...
It's like Apple users.
Well, I'm a flip-flopper on that too. But.
Well, Tom, let me ask you this, Tom. I'll play devil's advocate now. I haven't seen the application. I wasn't mentioned, so it's a new point. But do you think it's besides all the other stuff you said, they just came out and said, okay, we want all bloggers to be a part of IPCPR. You have to pay $150 to become a member, and then that would be the end of it. Would you be okay with that if that was just the point, if they just came out and said that? Or do you think there really is an issue with a lot? I mean, listen, there's cigar weasels out there, period.
Right.
You're not going to stop them, period. It's always going to be there. But do you think that they're trying to do something good by bloggers because they do have respect for bloggers? Or do you think it's just to collect the money?
I don't know. I mean, it's probably a combination of everything because, attendance is down. Retailers aren't flocking there like they used to. I mean, IPCPR has almost become old hat. Have you ever lost a cigar deal because you didn't go to IPCPR?
Never.
All right. So, you know what I mean? If they just need the income, then I understand that. They're a business.
Okay.
So.
It could be.
So if they said we need the we're going to need you guys to start paying. Then, I respect that.
Right.
Now,
Now,
I had to play devil's advocate.
well, for both of you, I'm still going to play it. Do you think IPCPR is still relevant in today's cigar world?
What do you think of that?
I don't think they are relevant.
Now, what about they claim to fight legislation against tobacco?
Well, yeah.
Or do they dump all their money into the show when they really don't invest anything into it? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then you guys...
They don't do nothing for me.
Right.
So,
And then
as far as my business is concerned, if I want to go to the show, you have to belong to the ICPR there. But I don't go to the show. I don't lose anything. I still get the deals that they get up there.
All right.
So I don't get free cigars when if I don't go. That's all. But I still get all the deals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So...
Do they fight for us? I don't know. I think if all the vendors got together and had their own website where they could fight, they'd probably do just as well.
Now, I don't know where CRA fits into all that. I don't know where Cigar Rights of America. I don't know. If they can take that solely without IPCPR. I don't know.
I don't
know the big picture of the whole thing, but
Yeah.
I'm just seeing it from like a guy with a website.
No, I understand. Absolutely. That's why, I asked you because, besides Stogie411, Mike and I both are part of another website, different websites, but, it's to me, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I'm kind of on the fence, and I think the people that put it together, their intentions were good. I just think some of the things were worded a little wrong.
Right.
But I think their intentions were good, and I personally think like you said before, anybody can have a review site. Anybody can sit in front of a camera and say, okay, this is this is that. It's just an opinion of everybody's opinion. But I do think that a lot of sites out there, a lot of people, new smokers, really flock to those sites to get some information. You know, it's like you said, Stogie Review started it out. You know, those are the guys, and everybody's following behind. It's the truth, you know, and those guys led the path for people like myself and yourself. And I think we all need to band together, and even if we don't agree on everything, we, as a cigar community with bloggers and manufacturers and B&Ms, and we need to group together, and that's the only way we're going to win all these fights, because going back and forth with each other, it doesn't get anything resolved. It really doesn't. That's my opinion, my 2 cents.
Well, on Twitter, I mean, I can't help myself, man. It's just too easy to get people going, and it's very enjoyable, because you could call me any name you want, and I don't care, because it's Twitter. Give me a break.
Yeah.
It's freaking Twitter.
Twitter is taken a little too seriously.
Yeah, who cares? You close the, tweet deck, and life goes on.
Absolutely.
It's really irrelevant.
Real life. I agree with you 100%. Well, Tom, listen, I'm glad that you answered the question. I'm glad that, and I want to throw this out there real quick. Anybody that, from IPCPR or anybody that, helped create that application wants to come on to Stogie411 and discuss it further, we're more than happy to have you on. Just send us an email, and we'll be glad to get you on the show. And I just want to throw that out there. So that's pretty much what I got for IPCPR, Tom. Without I didn't ruffle your hair too much.
No, well, I'm in a mellow mood. I mean, you catch me on a bad day, I probably could have went on and took up the whole show.
Right.
But in the end, I mean, at the end of the day, like when I lay down and go to sleep, I honestly don't care about any of it.
Right.